So I'd love to now introduce our guest speaker, the one and only Fiona Clark, the Zenergiser, who was supposed to be our guest speaker last month, but she happened to just go off to Thailand, as you do, and went on a lovely retreat trip. And she was going to do the talk from Thailand, but in the end, it didn't happen. So someone else amazing, the awesome Julie Madison from Fabulous Beyond 40, who can't be here today, stepped in her place. So that was talk about connection and collaboration. It was amazing. Anyway, Fiona Clark is the Energizer. And yeah, super inspiring. We've known each other 3 or 4 years, probably through Elaine Godley because she connects everyone. But what I do know about Fiona is, which is really exciting, Fiona basically supports women to raise their energy, regulate their nervous system, and connect to their body's wisdom, which we all need to do through frequency work and tools like she's going to explain some of this. You'll see it in her talk. Through tools like Healy, AO scan, Infopathy, kinesiology, energetic attunement, and blending science and soul, which I love to help you feel calmer, clearer, and more like you. And today, this is going to be a good one. I don't know if anyone else got my message to bring your water with you. I've got mine because Fiona is going to share the power in our pore and the science behind structured water for optimal health. So take it away, Fiona, and let these incredible women hear what you've got to say.
Okay, and do you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to put the timer on my phone because I know I can talk the hind leg off a donkey when I start getting into this. So,
You've got to.
anyway, it's I'm going to share my screen in a minute, but really what I want you to really think about is how much do you drink? And I mean just water. And I don't mean fizzy water, I don't mean water in tea, I don't mean water in whiskey, in anything else, plain, high quality, structured water, because most people think water is just water. It isn't. There are so many different aspects to water. And I want to share with you today this app that it sounds bonkers, I know, but this is just so exciting. An app that Phil Hawes has created over many, many years that will structure your water in 40 seconds over Zoom through the torch on your phone. So if you haven't got any water and you want to get some water to charge your water, then I'd advise you to do that, because we'll do that in a minute. So what I want to do is I'm going to share my screen and just talk you through a little bit about this. And there's a lot here I want to share. So I'm going to be really quick, and I'm going to leave a few minutes at the end to actually, if you want any questions or got any questions, you can go through this. So this Life Energizer app uses harmonic frequencies and light. It's the biophotons that create negatively charged living structured water. And it literally takes about 40 seconds to do this. Right, hold on. Where are we? Why is that not? Oh my God, don't tell me this presentation is not going to work. Yes.
It will.
It does. You can see that, yeah?
Yes,
Oh,
perfectly.
fantastic. Brilliant. So Phil Hawes is the founder of this. I mean, he is just quite a phenomenal man, actually. He's 77. He's been doing much work in this field. He calls himself a quantum researcher. So he's created this app. And so really what we want to do is I want to educate all of you into how you can start to be more aware of the water that you're putting in your body, because it is not just drinking any old water. As I say, the water that we drink, generally speaking, it's dead water. It might be filtered, but it's not energized. It hasn't got structure, and it won't have the energy and the vibration to feed each of your cells. And that's what we're really looking at. So this is a lot of the work, and this is what I love about the science, because science, we know, is always shifting and changing. So you can see, that the biophotons that Albert Pop in the 70s started to actually find out. We are just beings of light. And you will know that, when you see the police at night will put those radars down on people so that they can actually see the body, the human body, in the dark glasses that they use. That is that you can see the aura, the energy of the light in the darkness. So we are just light, and this is what I work with in so many different things. Okay. So what this app is actually doing through the healing, through the frequencies in the music, because it's got music, it's got the torch, it's got the light, is actually turning this water into hydrogen water. It's more hydrogen in it, so it's more structured. So these precise frequencies start to restore the living structure of water. Structured water is the water that you would find in a natural stream or up in the highlands of Scotland or somewhere there. When you think of where our water comes from and even the pipes that it comes through, even if you're filtering that water, it is not high quality frequencied water as such. And just look at it, feel it, look at the energy of it. So this is what we're looking for, is how can we feel and how can we energize our water? How can we get that life force energy into our water and then add that into the body, into the cells? So this is what structured water can sometimes be called, these different things. It's called EZ water. So it refers to the water that has more organized molecular structure, where the molecules from hexagonal or crystalline clusters, rather than being randomly arranged as in ordinary water. And I know this sounds a bit sciencey, but just go with it, okay, for a minute. What do we got? So we're looking at when the light starts to come through the water. Let me just get rid of that. How's that come up? These particles of light are absorbed by the water molecules, which then increases the order of the molecules, helping them to align into a structured lattice. And I'm going to show you some photos in a minute. So the result actually is this thicker, more coherent zone of structured water. So it's almost like you can actually taste this water, and people that I've structured the water for, they've actually said to me, it tastes thicker and smoother. Okay, now those of you who know about Masaru Emoto, he did the research, started doing research on water many years ago, where he was freezing the water from many different places, even from the River Thames, from springs, from all sorts of things. And he would look at the different structure that water actually created. And you can see that water has a consciousness, water has a memory. You know, water understands it's so much deeper. And if you don't know his work, I'd highly recommend that you go and research it. But if you don't know his work, I would also recommend that you look at Veda Austin. Anybody who knows about Veda Austin's work, she's taken his work to another level. And I'm going to show you a bit of an example of one of my clients who actually froze the water, and the structured water and the non-structured, and you can see the difference. So when you understand this, you can start to see the power of water and why we are not drinking the best water we can put into our body. So we've also got Dr. Gerald Pollack. In some, structured water builds from light energy, particularly infrared. Infrared energy is available even when the lights are turned off. So that's what we see when you've got those night goggles on and you can see the infrared, the light around the human body in the dark. So we've talked about this. So as he said, the molecules of the water are shaped by your environment, your thoughts, your emotions. So if you start to be very negative and you're starting to drink, you are literally drinking that into your system. You're putting the frequencies of your thoughts, your words, into your cellular level. So can you see how this is it's a memory, it's a carrier of information. So we want to make sure that carrier is as high vibrational as it can be. So, go on to the next one. The Life Energizer system uses these amazing discoveries to prove both scientifically and it shows demonstrably that water has these properties which can be really beneficial for your health and your longevity. So I'll show you in a minute how we're going to do this. We literally access the phone through an app and we're going to shine it onto the water so you can actually experience it. Now, this is a bit more of the science and the cell. And I'm not a scientist, so I don't understand this near to near. But what I understand from what Phil Hawes has created here, EMFs, we know, are so bad for our electrical system. energetically. Your meridian system gets thrown out of balance when we've got EMFs, and we are literally surrounded. You know, I trained as a kinesiologist back in 91, and the biggest issue we were worrying about then was the microwave. And that was the thing that was really creating a problem within our energy field. We are literally now thousands and thousands of times worse than that. And the EMFs disrupt your cellular frequency. So the water cannot penetrate right through into the core, the energetic, the battery of each of the cells. So this is why so often when you drink water, and people say to me so often, I'm still thirsty. I've been drinking loads of water, but I don't feel any different. Now, one of the things in the kinesiology, one of the things that we would do in kinesiology as a pre-test before we even look at the balance of the body is to check for hydration. Because if your body is dehydrated, you cannot heal because it's not going into the cell. How can you change a cellular structure from a damaged cell into a healthy cell if that cell is not hydrated? Okay, so this is where it becomes so powerful, is that when we are looking at this good quality structured water, this is going right into the battery of the cell. So that's actually also protecting against the EMFs as well.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to speed up so we can just, because I know
Yeah.
we're limited on time. So yeah, well, your water is your health investment. Now, just to give you some testimonials on this water, this was just an example of some roses. This is what they were like before. These roses continue to go in this structured water for 10 days after this. I mean, I've had incredible results with myself. I can share these testimonials out, but what I really want you to see is how this cellular water, now this is, I don't know if this was Phil's blood, but somebody's blood who was taken before they drank the structured water. This is sticky cells. We don't want our cells to be like this. Once they drank the water, this is what happened. This is how we want all of our cells to show up in the body. We want them to be singularly floating around in the blood. Okay, so it makes a massive difference. Now, this is the client that I said to you, I structured her water over Zoom. She froze this water with no intention, and you can see the energy. You can see this heart up here in the water. You can see the energy within this water, this structured water. And another one here, this almost looks like a yin-yang symbol. And this is one, whoops, where's the other one? I had another one actually, sorry, where's it gone? That actually did not structure. I wonder if it's the one after that. No, let me just go back. So
Okay.
it was quite different, but I've got some questions here. So this is what I really want you to start thinking about, is what happens when you are drinking water, and are you actually drinking enough water? What would change in just your health if you drank enough structured water, proper quality water that's feeding the core of your cells? You wouldn't need anything else. So often it is because all of us are dehydrated. So many different questions there. So how long have I got?
Well, you're kind of up.
Okay. So if you would like me to structure your water now, we can do that. You can do this. This structured water I also put into a spray bottle, and I use this. And what I've also done is, let me stop sharing. I've sprayed my room. I've sprayed my feet. And I've had better sleep. I mean, I get itchy skin when I'm stressed. It is the only thing that's taken the itch, and all it is just pure water. So there's, I can talk about this for a long time more, but I'd love you to experience it. So has anybody actually got any water there that they would like to experience? I know Sarah does, because I've done it on yours so many
You
times, Sarah,
have.
haven't
I know. Has anyone got any water? Yeah.
Yeah. So if you would
I have
like,
some.
Yeah. Go grab.
just put it up in front of the screen, and all we're going to do is literally structure your water from here. So you're going to hear the music,
I love the music. Makes my water smile.
and this is where the frequencies, where are we? Okay.
While that's going through, can I just add that I've been using structured water for many years, and the benefit of this app that Fiona has is that it's mobile. My water at home is structured, and I've been, as I say, I've been drinking it for many years, but I can't take it out with me unless I make an effort. So this is really good for when you're out and about. You can structure anything. You can structure food, your food, your water, other drinks as well. Anything liquid, basically. It's really good.
Exactly. And also, what I love about it is that when whatever healing work you're actually doing, when you're drinking structured water, you're actually enhancing. I know with the frequency work that I do, it is more effective because the water is actually feeding your cells. So the body is energetically receiving any healing modality, whatever it is, more effectively.
Amazing. I mean, it's
So anyway, that's a
my
quick
yeah.
whiz around.
It is a very quick whiz. Please have a catch up with Fiona yourself, everybody. It's mind blowing and it's hard to even get our heads around. I do know about the Japanese guy years ago that if he
Emoto, yeah.
shouted at water and sang at water, the actual molecular structure of the water changed. So I do know but I had never heard of this until you shared it. It's absolutely fascinating. So
Mm.
yeah, have a one-to-one with Fiona so she can share it more. She can zap your water and show you how the app works. But thank you so much, Fiona. I know that was a serious whiz through of
It's a quick
something
whiz.
for a long time, and you're probably all going, "What the hell have I just heard?" Stay open, guys. This is a bunch full of experts in this room. Honestly, it's incredible to really think about it. Um, so yeah, thank you, Fiona, for sharing that. I'm going to pop us into some breakout rooms.